Afternoon, welcome back. We are now attempting to do the roof. Well, I say we are now. I am now packing up because I can't do any more. It's a bit late in the day. So the front fascia piece is on, as you can see. You can just make out the overhang. If I scan in, you can just see the overhang run along there, which is going to require a batten for the roof piece. I've decided not to line the interior yet with its second board because I'm not actually sure how much of that interior wood has got to be cut away. Remember, there's a panel that runs straight along the inside edge, and I will need to get access to that bottom plate for when I put the screws in. So yeah, so this is what I've done so far. We've got that one in there, all got to be sanded down. I haven't battened up there, I just taped it. The attitude that a sander will sort that out because we are glass fibering. We'll cut that one, but this side is a tiny bit different because I want to put that on, but I don't want a massive overhang on the side. I mean, this is already sitting out further than the mirrors are, so when I bolt that on to a flat surface, say there, it's going to be way out further than it needs to be. So that panel's got to be done in a little while, a lot different to what this side is. You'll see when we start. So I need to get that down next, make up the bracings for that, then we can put the roof in. 3 years ago I put that awning up there roughly, and I've forgotten how heavy that actually is. Managed to get it down, but it sort of hit the deck hard. So whether I've damaged that screw point or not, I don't know. See where it landed, look, I chipped all the paint up there. Believe me, it came down really hard. I've tested it, seems to still be working, but the problem is it is heavy. So I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I might just blank that wall off and just not bother with that, and maybe look at one of those little zip up bags that you put on the side. Because it's nice and low, I could make that removable, so we could actually slide it inside the case, and then when I need it, pull it out, open the hatch up at the end and pull it out. Maybe that's going to be my best option. I ain't joking. It was a nightmare to get off. It really was a nightmare to get off. So I'm kind of contemplating maybe this is not such a good idea. Okay, after having some serious thoughts on this, I think what we're going to do is we're going to build some kind of awning. I'm not paying the money people are asking for when I am actually quite capable of making something up myself. So what we'll do is we've got an aluminium tube in the garden, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll run a tube in here, we'll put a bearing in the end, we'll build a bracket that can fix to the base and to the side. We'll wrap a load of this kind of plastic over the top. It don't need to be anything special, it just needs to keep the rain out. And I've got a bevel box that I can put at the end, and I can electrify it with a motor which I have round the back from a convertible roof lift, and I'll try and add that to the mechanism. And basically what we'll do is we'll just have one large sheet wrap around any old how, and we'll pull the sheet out, and then we'll put two legs, pin the legs in, strap it in on the eyelets, and have two guy ropes holding the pegs up. And then if we do decide that we need extra like drop sides, I'll go out and I'll actually buy a gazebo with sides, and I'll nick the sides off the gazebo and I'll add that because I've got windows in, you see. So if we can find a white one of those, that would be ideal. It's a bit gabby, but I don't know what went wrong there, but who cares, it's neither here nor there. We're going to glass around, sand all this back anyway, and we're going to glass all inside this entire tray. I've doubled up the plywood in thickness, so I've got some support for when the thing lifts up in the air. There is some battens on the inside as well, but that don't help the outside. But we'll take all them screws out that you see from the underside, and then we'll get a router and we'll route in to get that edge. I might put another piece of ply in there to double it up again, but that's for later on. That's to think about for later. I'm about to put that one in, and that's going to sit on that edge like so. These will be doubled up. There'll be another plate going there, but I originally wanted to do that. But the question is can I be bothered to sort that? Because that might get in my way anyway. The whole point of it was so the wind can blow through and out. But do we really need it? We're putting a cover over it anyway, eventually. So yeah, they've got to be screwed and screwed, and then another plate put in over the top. We'll cut them, plate that, and then there's another one to go in about halfway down, which will come down and then it'll go in. So what I'll do is I'll cut 2 more small triangles that will go, hang on when this goes, which will go in here, and then I can use those to plate underneath and on top. And that's just to bring that roof a little further down, and then what we'll do is we'll cut the scaffold pipe we've got, which is an aluminium tube, and we'll make an awning on that. We'll drill a hole through the back and we'll run the mechanism through inside, which will be in the toilet room, and then we'll put the motor in and we'll build a cupboard over the motor to keep the cold out, because I can guarantee you there'll be some drafts come from that. And the plate will be on hinges and locks, so you unlock it, spring loaded each side, 3 maybe. I think that'll work. I think that'll be fine. And then we'll just have to pack in the other side the stilts that we need in the awning stuff. I mean, we could put it all in there, but that might fall out if I don't do it properly. Right, that one is now done. It's encased. That one is now done. So we've got to sand all the edges around so we get some nice curves, so I can put the glass fibre on. The base plate is in. I've just got to get a router and trim that, but I will do that when this bit is in the garden, because I need to get all the screws out. The only thing left to do now is to put a small piece along the top, bring it down about halfway, put a triangle of plywood in there, a batten across, and then I can lay in 2 pieces side by side, one at the top, one at the bottom, and join it. And I don't know at the moment if I'm going to put a batten inside that ply. I really don't know, but I just want to bring it down to that screw. All these screws are coming out, but I want to bring it down to about there and no further. So I've got all of this. At some point I'll have to drill a hole. So I think what I'm going to do, because I've got to glass fibre this up, and that's a bit of a stinky job, and I'm paranoid. Simple as that. So I think this week I'm going to put all my effort and resources into building the awning rail for this. So I shall finish this off tomorrow if it's not raining, clip that top bit, and then I think I'll upload the video, and then after that we'll get the awning done next week, and we'll upload that video, and then we'll finish the roof off. Once we finish the roof off, it can come off, and then we'll spend the rest of the week after we've done the roof getting it all glassed up. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is because it's school holidays, there's kids everywhere. We're not doing very well here. I got those shelves up. I put her pictures up. I need one more to go there, small one. I need to have greys and yellows in it to work. I got her electronic fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada sign up there. She'll put batteries in it. Apparently it lights up at night, something like that. I got my shelves up. I got my Batman car I've been building over the last. They're a waste of money. I told my son ages ago when he bought a Terminator one, they're a waste of money, and what did I go and do? I went and bought one myself. Anyway, there you go. The printer, however, with a blooming great scratch running through the middle, was supposed to go on a shelf here. Half a bloody wall fell out. The bracket didn't work, basically, so I filled it. I'm going to sand it back. We'll have to retouch it back with paint, and what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get another one of these longer brackets, those that do the full length. I'll have to take the shelves down, replace that bracket all the way down to there, and then that one can go next to it down, and then we can hook the printer on just above. But what I also want to do with the printer, I want to put a couple of sliders on the wood so as you can slide the printer out, because it's got a lift up tray, and I'd like to get it as close to the top as I can get it. That'll also allow me to put a couple more shelves on there. I could even put a shelf with a drawer or something underneath it, who knows. But yeah, rather pleased with the way it went, just not very pleased with that. And she's now just got to get round and sort the rest of it out. Now we've got to find a cheap single bed from somewhere. Yes, the stains in the carpet, that's my boy when he was living here. I'm not actually sure what they are, whether it's spilt alcohol, spilt coffee, or overdrunk, I do not know. But we've got a rug to put down on this temporary. We are going to look for another carpet eventually. So yeah, a cheap way of tidying the room up. I think this has come in, all of this has come in under 200 quid with the brackets, the wood, the paint, recycled charity shop. I mean, recycled, got that from a chap on Spring Road months ago. Charity shop, recycled, charity shop, they're all recycled. So yeah, that's what we do here. We recycle as much as possible. Right, now that it's stopped raining, because it did rain, I've got to get out there. I have got to get out there. I've got to make myself a cup of coffee first. I've got to decorate all this hallway as yet. This has been a few years since it was last done. Anyway, just had a little sneak peek of our upstairs, which is usually quite a private spot. This little so-and-so, yeah, I'm talking to you, had me on my arse this morning. You're over enthusiastic when it comes to other dogs. I told the wife we need another dog for him to play with. Yeah, I'm talking to you. A white Labrador came in. Stupid tart didn't have the lead on it. He clocked it. So I then cut across the BMX track to avoid her. She decides that she wants her dog to play with him. So she follows me, and then her dog starts running circles around me. He goes into hyperactive, and then I lower my guard, don't I? I'm doing a Superman 2 through the air, and I land straight on my fat ass, belly down, back pains, blah, blah. I still got him, but at this point I'm now expecting to be dragged across the grass on my ass. Eventually I managed to get control of and get up off my backside, and the woman looks at me and she says, come on, whatever her dog's name, they don't want to play. I said, no, my ratty back don't want to play either. You're a nuisance, a lovable nuisance. Yeah, don't give me none of that soppy shit. It's all you. Huh? That hurt, matey. And by the way, you're ruining my chair. Stop biting it. Yeah. You missed. Little. I know what I want to say, but I'm not going to say it on camera. No, I'm not. Right, moving on. Right, best I can do. It's a little wavy. Just the plywood is all warped up. I'm using scrappy bits of wood now just to get by on, but I think that's going to be fine. We've got screws sticking out everywhere. Look, guys, don't get discouraged with this. There is method to all of this. It's all getting glassed, a whole lot. So the grinder will get used to trim them off, and then I'll get a sanding disc, which I haven't figured out yet what type, but that will be rounded off as well. And if I can't round it off, I will put a bead in there of wood, or possibly even I don't know the name of the stuff, I've forgotten. Pink grip. And I always put a load of that, and because that go rock hard. and then I can make the edge I want. I'm probably going to have to do pink grip anyway, because I need to do all the corners so I can go around and sweep round it. This has to be right along with this. So yeah, a couple of boxes of pink grip, fill in, and I think we'll be good to go, because that stuff goes rock hard, and that's what you need for this. Doesn't matter if it melts after, we just need it initially to make the shapes. Went a little bit high there, not a lot I can do about it, so sod it. We'll put some filler in there, and then we'll glass it, because all this is a mould, a permanent mould. That's all it is, nothing else. So that is for the awning, which I've now got to make. Once I've made that, I'll move on to the roof. And then I'm looking forward to this bit, because we have the windows. Don't think I've shown you these yet. That little one is for the back door. That one is, or that one, take your pick, will be both of them actually are the two end of the wall, so they go on the small flap at the bed end. The two big ones will go in the living quarters, and the one that don't open, which is over here, that one is going to be on the fascia. So if you can imagine, the pillows are there and then your feet are there, that one would be pointing out so we can sit up and just look out the window. One of my favourite spots is Aldeburgh. You know, if you just want a quick weekend away, Aldeburgh, park down where the dirty wall is, but park on the other side, and it's just great. You've got the views of the river, you can hear the boats in the morning puttering up. You've got the boats in the morning that putter up the river. It's really nice. Honestly, it's really nice. They stopped the traffic from getting on the dirty wall, as it's nicknamed. There's a big seawall there, because they were taking up so much space, and some of these piss-taking motorhomers were putting dining chairs out and all sorts of stuff, you know, awnings, and apparently, from what I understand, it was one owner who owns, allegedly, I better say that, allegedly it was one owner that put a complaint in because the guests couldn't get to his Martello Tower Hotel. That's the word I'm hearing on the streets, but I suspect that half the town probably got fed up of it, and I've got to be honest with you, it was a bit of an eyesore with all them motorhomes, nearly for a mile I think, trailing down that wall. So they put a stop to it. Gotta go. My dog was making weirdo noises because somebody was at the front door. Anyway, so that is it. I can't even remember where I was. Just putting the torque wrench back that I loaned out. And with that, I guess I will catch you later. Next video is the awning, and then after that will be the roof, and then after that will be the glass fibre of the roof, and then after that will be the glass fibre of the crown ring, and then after that will be the walls, after that will be the fiberglass of the walls, and then after that will be the fitment of the windows, and then after that it's the rat rod and the trike. Because once everything is built on the outside, I'm planning on leaving it alone for a couple of months, because I kind of get a little bit fed up, and the same thing will happen with that as what happened with the lorry. I'll lose my momentum, won't want to touch it again, because I've been at it too long and got fed up of it. So I'm going to put that down. So after Christmas we're going to get back to that, because we've already spoken to the engineering shop about it, and everything is up here now on how I'm going to do that. Well, almost all of it anyway, complex or not, we're going to have a go, and if I end up wrecking a Vegas, I end up wrecking a Vegas. Look, you only live once on this here planet, why sit there and cry about things when things go wrong? Anyway, with that in mind, we'll see you next week.